All right, guys. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. NTHSec stream? Ho ho! First ever stream. Avocados. How's it going? Yusuf, how's it going? Will be saved so we can rewatch later? Yes, it should be. I think that you'll be able to go back, watch this VOD and learn from it later. So yeah, it should be saved. How are we doing, guys? Hey, appreciate you guys coming out. I honestly had no expectations going into this, so it's cool to see people here. Can you hear me all right? Do I look fine? Any thoughts? Do I plan to take CPTS soon? Actually, yes and no. So right now I'm kind of focused on content for the most part. So content's kind of my number one priority. I've done like after OSCP, I don't really I haven't been crazy motivated to do another cert, but if I was to do another cert, CPTS would be that. So, and I've heard it's really detailed and it's like super cool. So you never know. CPTS video may be coming soon. We'll see. We'll see. But as of right now, in the next couple months, not likely. If I do get our sudden spur of, hey, I really want to do another cert, then it'll be CPTS. How am I doing? I'm doing very well. Awilcito? Awilcito? Hopefully I said your name right. I'm sorry. It's a little small in my screen there. I wonder if I can make this bigger. Pop out chat. Ho ho! It's like I'm a real streamer now. Let's freaking go. All right, let me make this bigger. But yeah, I'm doing good. I'm excited, guys. I've been wanting to stream for a long time, and I'm glad that I get the chance to do it. I guess it's really exciting. We're gonna do a couple of boxes today. Well, maybe one or two. But just hang out with you guys and just chill. It'll be fun. CPTS is nice. Yeah, I heard really good things. And mostly, but I did choose OSCP over CPS mostly for the name and to put it on my resume. So it's a little biased take, but I have heard great things from CPTS. And like I said, if I was to do another cert, I'd be doing the CPTS. And I don't really know how Hack the Box does it. I don't know if because I know it's not like a course. It's like one of their learning paths on Hack the Box Academy. So I don't know too much about the actual course material. I heard the exam is pretty cool. I think it's like 14 machines or something like that, where you have to pwn big network. So that's really cool. But yeah, right now it's just hanging out, just doing content for now. Yeah, I'll stop stalling here and we can jump right over. Let's see if this works. Scene. Oh, here we go. I'll move me to over here. It's probably better. So the box, I sent out a community post a couple weeks ago saying if streaming is something people would be interested in. And I got a good amount of feedback saying, yeah, let's do, I want to see you doing a box. I want to see you doing an Active Directory box. So this is TryHackMe's sort of bread and butter Active Directory box. It's nothing crazy complex. There's not going to be any really crazy techniques, but I want to walk you guys through, my mindset, my thought process, and more importantly, I'm gonna grab the IP here. More importantly, let's see if I can tab over my Kali Linux. More importantly, my notes. So if you watched my other video about Active Directory methodology, this might seem familiar to you, right? If you guys recognize this, we have our 5 stages, right? Nothing enumeration, initial foothold, internal foothold, lateral movement, and then vertical movement. So this may seem familiar to you if you've seen that video, but this is sort of actually getting in, doing the process, and walking through this machine. And I've done this machine before, but it was 2 or 3 years ago when I was first starting getting into Active Directory. So this was the actual first machine I've ever done with Active Directory, way back 2 or 3 years ago. And now I'm revisiting it. So I'm going in kind of half blind. I think I remember some of the exploits and the footholds and stuff like that, but I really have no idea. So we'll see. Just jump straight into this, and I'll hopefully walk you guys through the thought process here. So, any questions before we begin? It's really cool to be streaming. I don't know. It's something I've never really done before, but it's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting stuff. And I've actually never used Notion like this either. I usually use it in my browser. So, or sorry, not my browser, on the desktop, like the desktop app on my second monitor. But since I want you guys to see this, it's going to be a lot of switching back and forth between Notion and our terminal, but that'll be all right. So let's cd into try hack me, and I'm going to make a new directory called Attactive Directory. Attactive Directory. Active Directory. I was thinking directory. Attactive Directory. Cd into Attactive Directory. And then I'll start an nmap on our IP that I did not paste. So let me grab this again. I'm also going to add an hour, just preliminary, cautious hour add. There we go. And I'll put that into an nmap.txt format. I might wait for that to go. I'm going to actually close my, or turn down my music a little bit. I don't know how the YouTube, like I know streamers have gotten kind of cooked in the past by playing music in the background. So hopefully I'm going to play it to a point where you guys can't hear it. Unless you want to hear it, it's just lo-fi, but we'll see. Oh, that's quick. Very nice. I'm still trying to fiddle around with my stuff on my second monitor, trying to see what works best and kind of stuff there, but I have chat open. That's the most important thing, talking to you guys. So I'm going to copy this whole command, and I just like to paste the entire thing. So I'll do /code, oops, code, and just paste it. And then I'll make a few notes. So looking through, this is obviously Active Directory based on both the machine name, but also we can tell from the ports. So a lot of times with Hack the Boxes or Try Hack Me's, you'll see DNS open, and that's not a very common port in like Linux or a basic Windows machine. So DNS is a big telltale sign, but if you can't tell from DNS, look at Kerberos, look at RPC, we have LDAP, right? We have RDP, so 3389 is RDP, and we also from that nmap scan, which I guess I didn't explain a lot, but basically the only useful flag here is -A, and that's kind of saying, hey, let's do a service scan, let's do a script scan, and let's also do an operating scan. So that's why all this information you're seeing is coming out, because we did that -A flag. But one of the scripts that was ran was RDP NTLM info. It's kind of in that -A flag, and we see the target name. So this is the computer name here, Active Direct, with the DNS or the domain name of spookysec.local. We see the version, so 10.0, and then WinRM is here. So in these kind of scenarios, there's really nothing too crazy to write about. I'll just say default AD with all the default AD ports. So we have SMB, right? SMB 135, yeah. So we had SMB, we had LDAP, we have RDP, and we have WinRM. a lot of the times you're not going to see both RDP and WinRM. It's usually one or the other. So it's interesting seeing both of them here. We also have a HTTP server. So I'll write that down, HTTP server. And that's kind of it. That's really all we have. So I can just get straight into it here and start our continue our nothing enumeration. And in that video that I made about nothing enumeration for Active Directory, you may know that I usually go to web servers first. So I'll paste in our IP here, go to the web server and say, oh, it's just default Windows web server. And then you'll see this a lot in Active Directory boxes where they have port 80 open and it's just the default. And I think as someone who's made boxes myself, a lot of times that's just because it comes default with Active Directory and we're too lazy to turn it off. So, hey, which box is this? And we'll be safe to rewatch later. Currently 1 a.m. where you're at. Holy cow, I'm so sorry for streaming so late, your time. That is my apologies. Yes, it will be saved to rewatch later. So you can tune in back whenever you wake up because you should be going to sleep. Sleep is a priority. I appreciate you tuning in and asking though. Yeah, it'll be saved to rewatch later. I believe I turned that setting on. If not, I'm very sorry, but it will be saved and we're doing Active Directory from TryHackMe. So very an Active Directory box. Anywho, this web server here, nothing really to show as of now, but I will do a go buster on it. -u -w user share wordless dirb. I like to use big.txt and just let it fire. And while that's going, we can open a new tab. And yeah, a lot of the times this isn't going to actually get us anything. It'll just be, hey, default Windows server, web server. Not a lot going on here, just IIS. So that's why I'm just going to run this in the background. If we get something, cool. If not, it's all right. We have other attack vectors to go to. Looking to take my PNPT next week, so nice to see your methodology and how you take notes. That's awesome. Yeah, good luck on the exam. It took me 2 attempts on the PNPT. I missed something really, really bad. I think you'll do fine. Just do all the enumeration you can. Make sure you're not skipping steps, and you'll do perfect. But I appreciate you checking out my methodology, and I hope it works for you. It did pretty good for me, so hopefully it does the same for you. And I wish you the best of luck. I'm sure you'll do all right. Where was I? I was gonna do something. I forgot. Oh, actually, I was gonna use Greenshot. I should install Greenshot on my Kali VM. I have Greenshot on my host VM, but not on my Kali VM. So I'm gonna install it really quick just for the sake of the notes. Does it support Linux actually? Let's see. Oh no. Guys, we might be cooked. We may have to use, I think the Kali alternative is Flameshot. Yeah. Gonna be taking my PT1 soon. Watching videos helps a lot. Awesome. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, guys, this is kind of surreal for me. Like, talking to my audience in real time is super cool for me. I don't know what it is, but streaming, I've always wanted to do streaming, and I'm glad that you guys are coming in here and talking about how my videos have helped. And I'm assure you more videos are coming, so hopefully more frameworks, methodologies, and other stuff can help you guys in your exams and your studies, whatever you guys need. So yeah, good luck on your PT1. Honestly, out of all the exams I've taken, PT1 was one of the harder ones. So, and I'm assuming you watched the video where I did fail technically the first attempt. So by 1 point I failed, which is a crazy story. Insane story how that happened. But I think you'll do fine. And yeah, I wish you the best of luck, and I'm glad the videos helped, and I hope you pass, unlike I did the first time. Talking to you guys is so fun. I don't know why. Okay, I'm trying to do this box, but talking to you guys is so much more fun. Okay, I click this mouse to select a screenshot. Okay, seems interesting or good enough. Kind of Control C. Oh, very nice. And then we'll paste that here. Boom. Genius. Absolute genius, guys. Found your channel here lately. Loving the methodology vid. Hey, appreciate that, NTHSec. Thank you so much. Zamo? 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 Zamo. I'm going to go with Zamo. That's my guess. Let me know if I'm right. But I appreciate checking me out, and I'm glad you like the methodology of it. They're really fun to do. I never been much of a creative person. Like at least with my hands, like I'm not good at arts and crafts at all. I can't draw, I can't paint, I can't do any like the hands-on arts and craft stuff. But for some reason, when I do those methodology videos and I like draw on the screen, it actually doesn't turn out half bad. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. Some of the drawings have been a little questionable, but I'm glad you've enjoyed them. Blue team here just starting the CPTS path, so it's gonna be binging your vids here shortly. I appreciate that. It's so cool seeing other parts of the field kind of get into offensive security. It's super cool. But hey, binge it all you want. Hopefully I can help. And I don't know if I have too many videos for you to binge, to be honest. I'm still kind of new in the content space, so hopefully hey, in the next week or two, I'm going for weekly uploads, by the way. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I try to upload every week or so, just to stay consistent. But I have a lot of fun ideas and methodologies and frameworks and stuff like that. So I'm glad I'm helping. Zamo's the right pronunciation. Well, good job. Hey, that's good. I'm glad I got it. That was good speech, speech intuition there. But yeah, good luck on the CPTS, Zamo. I was actually thinking of doing CPTS soon as well. Someone else, I believe it was Yusuf, who asked. Avocados asked if I'd be taking CPTS soon, and I said maybe, maybe not. It depends on if I want to do another certification. If I am going to do another cert, then CPTS is definitely the right one for me, because I believe it's a little more difficult than the OSCP, a little more challenging, so it'd be kind of a natural progression for me. I just finished the CWES course, but until now I can't solve an easy web challenge on Hack the Box platform without write-up. I am really confused. To be honest, the Hack the Box challenges are really difficult. Like, at least comparatively to this one. So like this is and I guess we should get back to the box soon. But so this is a medium try hack me room. And I'd say it's pretty easy compared to what you're gonna see on Hack the Box. Like and a Hack the Box easy machine is not easy. They're lying when they say that it's easy, because it's not easy. So don't feel discouraged about not being able to solve Hack the Box challenges. And even me, like a lot of the time, I've been doing offensive security for 3 or 4 years, right? I'm in college for cybersecurity, and a lot of the times I need to get help on those Hack the Box machines as well. They're tough, and they're not easy by any means. So I'd honestly recommend joining the Hack Smarter community. So Tyler Ramsey's community, they're so smart over there, really great people, and they can help you out if you have any questions. Compared to others, you make things super easy and straightforward to understand. Hey, I appreciate that. I mean, I honestly I try my best, because a lot of the times when I was learning how to do things, there wasn't a really straightforward way on like certain concepts. Like like my methodology videos, I don't think anyone else has actually made videos on that kind of methodology. And there's kind of generalized frameworks. Like the idea of pen testing is, enumeration, then you're getting a foothold, and then you're laterally moving, then you're vertically moving. Like that's kind of been a thing, but I think drawing it out like that and explaining it step by step is both, I mean, it's both helpful for me, but also you guys. I mean, because I'm kind of relearning it, and I've always thought that the best way to learn something is to teach it. So I'm glad you're getting value out of it. Faza Retro. Phase Retro. Phase Retro? Hold on. Is that the name? Phase Retro? Let me know if I said that correctly, because the names have been a little tough recently. What do you prefer, taking another web course or just trying web challenges? Honestly, for my preference, I like Active Directory. Web is something I was forced to do when I took the PT1. So when I took the PT1, their whole thing is, hey, you do a web exam, you do a network exam, and you do a Active Directory exam. So one of those exams was web, so I really had to study up on my web. And I think it's really cool, but I don't know if I'd prefer it. But of course, on this stream in the future, I'd love to do web challenges and struggle with you, because I'm not very good at them, but I think it'd be fun to just try to go in blindly and see what I can do. Okay, I'm gonna continue on this box until we get to the next phase, and then I'll go back and read you guys' messages. I'm sorry, I know you probably are here for the box, but I'm having too much fun talking to you guys. This is like, I could probably just sit here full screen talking to you guys like this, and I could do it for hours. It's really fun. Okay, anyways, so back to this machine. We found this HTTP server. I'm using Flameshot to take screenshots. Normally I use GreenShot on my Windows machine, but we're going to use Flameshot here. I scanned directories and found nothing, so I will take a screenshot and say found no directories when fuzzing. So we can kind of cross out HTTP now, right? It's not a very valid attack vector. It's not going to be something that makes sense. So we're going to cross off HTTP. And actually, I think I'm going to use H3 tags for this. I think that maybe looks a little better. Take a sip of water. It'll be nice to see how you made some boxes, as in like how you made the Welcome Lab and Hack Smarter. That is actually a great comment, because I actually did, it was right after I made that welcome box. I was going to make another one, and I was going to record it and kind of do the behind the scenes, but I don't know what happened. I don't know if it just fell off my radar or what, but I never ended up doing that. So doing a kind of a behind the scenes look on how I make the boxes, the thought process, how I come up with the attack chain, it is something I've wanted to do. And I probably will do in the future. So I'll definitely make a video on that. And I just need to start making more boxes. I've kind of fallen off creating the boxes and focusing more on sort of the broader content side of things. But I'll definitely get back into it. And when I do, I will record behind the scenes, because I think it is interesting. It's interesting changing perspectives from that offensive minded, hey, I want to break this thing, to, okay, how do I actually build this thing? So very cool dichotomy there. All right. I said that we're going to get back to the box. So we're going to get back to the box here, and then I'll return to chat. I keep getting distracted. I can't look over to my left until we make some progress. So we couldn't find anything from fuzzing. That's all right. What's next on our protocol? SMB is next on our protocol. And if you remember back to my methodology video, one of the things I said for SMB was null authentication. So we can use NTHSec for this. And NTHSec is fantastic. I always glaze NTHSec because they're just so cool. But NTHSec, SMB, RIP, and then username and password. And I'll do -- shares. So with SMB and with NTHSec, it's kind of, this is using these two quotes are null authentication. And it's kind of the same thing with guest. Guest and null authentication are kind of one of the same. We're going to try both though. So we see we actually authenticate. We authenticate as the null user, but we can't enumerate the share. So it's kind of useless. And then with guest, we can't access the share at all. But one other thing that I like to do with SMB, at least with NTHSec, is to do RID brute. And, or maybe we'll go back to null since the guest account is disabled. And it looks like that works. Very cool. Nice. I wonder if I can just do -- users. -- users. That doesn't work. So yeah, RID brute. It's essentially an RID brute force attack, obviously. And we can take out some usernames from this. So let's do this. And honestly, I don't know. I have no idea how I'm going to extract. Let's nano users.text. I have no idea how I'm going to extract usernames from this. Let's see. We can do awk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we want the 6th. So awk, gosh, I haven't done this in a while. Awk print the 6th column on users.text. See what that does. Okay, that's good. And then we want to cut on the delimiter of the backslash and take the 2nd field. Oh my gosh. I might be great, but we have a lot of things here that actually aren't good. Because we want just the user, SID type user. Okay, so let's do this. Let's print, let's cat users.text. Let's grep on this string, and then we'll awk it. Dang it, that didn't work. You know what? This is close enough. This is close enough. We're gonna pipe this into clean users.text, and then I'll just clean it up manually. Oh, hold on. We've got help in the chat. Hold on. Use cut D field 5 and then cut again. Oh, I'm assuming that was for the first one. Don't worry, guys. I'll handle this. Clean users.text. We're gonna take out enterprise guest. This is just genius out of me. See, if you don't know the commands, you can just delete it manually. All right, and I think that's good. All right. So I'm gonna remove our normal users file and then rename clean users to users. All right, that was almost a train wreck, but we recovered. We recovered. What did I miss here? Hi. Oh, sorry, Rodri. I missed your message here. First of all, thank you for the fantastic videos you've been making. Second, did you have any background in cybersecurity before taking the OSCP? First of all, thank you so much. You're awesome. I appreciate you for watching. Second, yes, I have been in cybersecurity for, let's see, I took OSCP December of 2025, and I got my start in cybersecurity. I'll just say when I started college, which was 2023. So about 2.5 years, give or take, maybe 2 years of maybe like 2 to 3 years of cybersecurity experience before taking the OSCP. But it wasn't direct work experience. It was more so just like being curious. And I'm actually going to be making a 2026 roadmap video. And in that video, I talk about being curious and how curiosity is really your best friend when you're learning. So I did have experience before taking the OSCP, and I've done a few other certifications that really helped. So Rodri, I think honestly the best advice I have for you, if you, I don't know if you want advice here, but I would say look at the PJPT or the PNPT from TCM. They're a lot more forgiving of certifications, and I learned almost everything I know about Active Directory in those certifications. So I'd highly recommend that. And I just realized we have our Notion, but we are not actually taking notes. So let me do that. We'll take a screenshot here, go back to our Notion, SMB, null authentication, and RID root. Creating a users list. I'll go back here and cat out our users list. Doop. Okay, this Flameshot tool is kind of neat. I'm not gonna lie, pretty neat. Yep, I haven't seen any resources or videos about that, so I think you'd be the first one actually doing it. Yeah, in regards to the methodology stuff, I think so. And I haven't looked that hard, but it's cool to kind of be the first about something. Hi, bro. Hi, Vox. How's it going? I'm locking the user files. Yeah, I did some insane stuff with this users file, but we're gonna between us, let's pretend like that didn't happen. We got our user file. Let's move on. Upload bug bounty related videos. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, but the problem is I have no bug bounty experience. I've never done it. So, I mean, I could make a video about it, but I've never done it, so it wouldn't be a very good video. Honestly, Vux, I'd say check out NTHSec. He is kind of the bug bounty king when it comes to that kind of stuff. I have wanted to do bug bounty, but I've just never gotten into it. Maybe, hey, Vux, maybe it's my sign. Maybe I should start doing bug bounty. We'll see. We'll see. Do you prefer taking PNPT course from TCM before taking CPTS exam? I feel like both courses are really detailed and are going to be really good. I know Hack the Box Academy does some really good stuff with their teaching, and from the PNPT course, like I said, I learned almost everything that I know about Active Directory. So I'm biased towards TCM and the PNPT course, but you can kind of choose your own adventure there. I'd say this: if you're newer to security, then do the PNPT course. I'd choose the PNPT course. If you're a little more experienced, then the CPTS course that you have to take before taking the CPTS exam is probably sufficient. Good roadmap in regards to certs. Honestly, phase retro. I never know if I got that right, by the way. You're gonna have to confirm with me if I got that right. Honestly, it depends on what kind of, like, what your goal is. Like, what are your goals as in cybersecurity? Because depending on your goals, that's when we can talk about what certs you should get to those goals, if that makes sense. QVQ in the house. How are we doing? How are we doing? Anyways, back to this bot. I keep getting distracted. I look over, I see so many awesome people, and I just get distracted. So we'll go back here for like 5 minutes, and then I'll go back to chat. Okay, users list. So we have our users list, and that's kind of where we are right now. I don't know if there's much we can do here with this, to be honest. I guess we can spray NetExec SMB. Oh goodness, what's my IP? Scrolling up in the mayhem that is me trying to awk out a file. NetExec SMB, our IP, our users list, and then I mean we can do like a blank password and see if that works. I doubt it. And we can do like just some basic password spraying. Password 123, like password 1 exclamation part is a common one. And then this is just, we'll say that we tried it. Flame shot, screenshot, and then back to our notes and saying trying to password spray against our user list. And at this point, there's really nothing much we can do more for SMB. It's it's not a great protocol if you have no creds to go off of. So I'm going to move on to LDAP. And with LDAP, there's a couple things we can do without credentials. The main one is AS rep roasting. So with every Active Directory box, I try to do AS rep roasting and Kerber roasting if I can. So H3, LDAP, I'll do Kerber roasting first. I actually don't know if you can Kerber roast with a null authentication session. Let's find out. This is a learning moment for all of us. Dash Kerber roasting service hash.text. So this is our out file right here, and then dash KDC host, I think like that, and then RIP. I think that's the right syntax. Let's see. Nope. Dash KDC host like this. Oh man. NTHSec LDAP dash H. Let's see what I'm going wrong with here. KDC host. What did I type wrong? Oh, it's 2 dashes. Dang it. Okay, so you can't actually do this. You can't Kerber roast with a null session, which makes sense. NTHSec is just theoretical most of the times, in which he aims at pro level hunters. I'm kind of in the lost state where I found 15 bugs and haven't gotten a single bounty. It feels like hell. I mean, honestly, that's kind of the reasons why I think I've avoided bug bounty. I think finding bugs and searching for bugs is really cool. And once you find one, it's probably super cool. But actually, like cashing in, I've heard some horror stories about people, not being able to get their bounty or not being approved or getting duplicate entries or stuff like that. I mean, honestly, if you're finding bugs and you're reporting them properly, like you said, you found 15 bugs, that is actually crazy. That's incredible. I mean, even if you don't get a bounty for that, that's super cool. And you can probably like make blogs or stuff about that or make content about that and share what you've found, assuming it's like in scope or in terms of service or terms of agreement, terms of service. I don't think that's the right word, but I mean, clearly you're skilled enough to find bugs. So honestly, I think you just say keep trying and make sure you're reporting them properly, and then hope that you get a bounty. Because if you're finding the bugs, I think you deserve to get credit for them. Focusing on pen testing certs, and I said your name right. Let's go. That's good. So for pen testing certs, I started with the PJPT from TCM, so Practical Junior Penetration Tester. I started there. It was very good. And then I went to PNPT, and then I went to PT1, then I went to OSCP. So that was my path. I feel like there's really no great roadmap of certs because everyone's kind of different, right? What you know is different from what I know, and how we learn is differently. So I don't have a great answer for you, Retro, but my path, if it gives you any value so far, my path is PJPT, and this is from complete beginner and pen testing, right? PJPT, PNPT, PT1, and then OSCP. And then past that, I mean, I've looked into other certs too. I've looked into, obviously, CPTS. I've looked into CAPE from Hack the Box. I've looked into CRTO. So there's a lot of different certs out there, but I think if you're just getting a start, then one of the ones I mentioned would probably be great. Yeah, CPTS is great. Yeah, QVQ. CPTS is definitely a good one, and probably one I might work on pretty soon, since a lot of you guys are doing it. Yeah, I mean, Vux, if you have a blog, and honestly, I'd say as long as it's within, like, you're not breaking any agreements that you have with the bug bounty provider, I'd say keep posting your bugs that you find or cool stuff that you find. And, I think teaching that is pretty cool, and saying that you found them is pretty cool. Just found your content 2 days ago, and then it's great. Keep up the good work. Jeremiah, thank you. I appreciate that so much, actually. Thank you for coming in the stream and hanging out. All right. Where was I? No Kerber roasting. Let me take a screenshot of this, which makes sense because we have no creds yet. Trying to Kerber roast. No creds. Doesn't work. And then we also want to try AS rep roast, which I haven't actually done in a while, but I haven't done a lot of boxes anytime soon. I believe it's just AS rep roast. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the heck? What is this? Connection not by. Invalid principal syntax. It's a little scary. But when in doubt, run it again with KDC. It may need the KDC, so I don't think it will need the KDC host because it's AS rep roast. Invalid principal syntax. Dash H and C. AS rep roast. AS rep responds to crack with a hashcat to file. I haven't done AS rep roasting in a long time. I wonder if there's other like flags that I need. Like I wonder if I need to use the domain actually. That might make sense. So what is the domain again? Let's see. Just null authentication, spookysec.local. Okay. So nano etsy hosts. I'm actually gonna turn off my camera or my screen here for a second, just because I don't know what's in here. Yeah, there's hack the box boxes in here, so that wouldn't be good. Let me send those to the bottom. And then come back here. I'll say attack to directory, put in our domain, and then I'm gonna grab the IP from the other screen. Like this. Save, exit. I finished CWES course, but I failed passing the exam in both attempts. Any tips and advice? So CWES is actually need a certified web exploit, right? Hack the box is CWES. For some reason, I thought it was an OSCP thing. Well, I solved some boxes on Hack the Box platform, but with write-ups, and that made me really confused. Honestly, yeah, I think it's just like it's practice and repetition and understanding how you learn and how you work, like what your workflow looks like. So like for me with the OSCP, and I think that CWES is a lot harder than the OSCP, so take this with a grain of salt. But with the OSCP, it took me so many hours of doing the challenge labs and doing the practice tests and a bunch of different labs before I got comfortable enough to take the exam. So honestly, I think if you are to retake the CWS, I would say just keep grinding away at those hack the box boxes and other platforms too, right? I mean, there's no hurt in doing other platforms. So feel free to go to look at other platforms. Like I know, oh gosh, what's his name? Oh my gosh, Alex from TCM Security. I don't know his last name, but Alex from TCM Security has a website called bugforge.io. And Vox, you may actually find this cool too. But bugforge.io is essentially I think it's Alex Olson's site here, and it's essentially a daily challenge for like bug bounty hunting and web app stuff. So check this out. Yeah, and I think it could do you well, but honestly, just keep practicing. Keep practicing until you can slowly start to incorporate other hack the box machines into your workflow and not get confused. Because it takes time, it takes practice to get good at these things. I mean, it's taken me 2 years of doing this, and I'm still not past this starting point of this Active Directory box, right? So honestly, just keep practicing and give it another go once you feel comfortable with the hack the box boxes and just more confident. Assad says, I am started with OCP, didn't even know how computers work other than the browser. Well, that's quite bold. I don't know if I can personally recommend that approach, but if you feel confident and if the course is going well for you, the Pen 200 course is going well for you, then hey, by all means, have at it. Haven't done any Pro Labs? I actually haven't. So Pro Labs is one of those things where I really want to do because they seem super fun, but I've not gotten any Pro Labs yet. Hey, do you know how to reverse connection to, do I know how to reverse connection to AnyDesk or UltraViewer? No. I'm assuming what you're meaning is like, if someone has a connection to your PC from AnyDesk or UltraViewer, which are kind of like RDP softwares, how to reverse the connection and get a connection on their computer. Is that what you mean? Am I understanding that properly? Hey, Hack with Mike. Dude, I follow you on LinkedIn. Your stuff is great. I actually love the Hack with Mike blog. It's like a cool site. I love it. SpookySec.local is our domain that we're attacking. I keep getting sidetracked. We need help up here. Yes, rep roast service hash.txt. Let's see if this works or if we get the same error. Same error, dang it. This may be a ChatGPT issue here, but it gives me more time to stall and read chat, my favorite part. Is this enough to pass the OCP? So you have Proving Grounds, Lab, and OCP course and labs only. No Hack the Box or any external learning source. Frownless, I would say if you took the course and you did the Proving Grounds lab and you did the challenge labs and you feel confident enough where like you could do those things, you didn't really need any external help, then I'd say it should be enough to pass the OCP. But realize that by getting knowledge from external sources, right, by doing Hack the Box or by doing Try Hack Me, it's kind of just, it's not going to hurt you, right? You're going to expand your knowledge. You're going to get to see things from different perspectives. So no, there's nothing bad with going out and learning from other sources, but I'd say if you feel good about your workflow, if you feel good when you're doing the labs, then you're probably ready. All right, let's solve this here mystery. Let me go back to the Nmap scan. Am I missing anything here? Like I might be missing something. LDAP, we checked out the website. There's nothing there. We know guest authentication is disabled, right? Can't do guest. Yeah, guest is revoked. What else do we have here? We tried out SMB. We have a list of users, but no credentials yet. LDAP. RDP is interesting to me, but RDPR and WinRM don't really get us a lot. I wonder if I can go back to our users. I'll just go back here. SMB. and list out our ID for it again. See if I'm missing anything. So this machine is called attactivedirect.spookysec.local. Administrator, all these different groups, the machine name, Skitty, Breaker of Things, James, Optional, Sherlock Sec, Darkstar. And these are groups. Try responder. It's not a bad idea. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm getting a call. I'm getting a call. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I turned off the wrong display. I meant to turn off my camera and I look over and my camera's on. What are we doing here? Absolute noob streamer here. But hold please. Hold please. I've been asked to share a link. This time I will turn off my display capture. For a second. And I will read chat. Responder, yeah, I'm gonna try responder here. It's a good idea. I assume no hints. This is one of the few boxes I've done so far as I've been going through CPTS. When I've completed the AD module, I look for something to track me and found the box you're doing. Yeah, this is, so I've actually done this box before and I think I have a write-up on it somewhere, but no idea where it actually is. But I did this box 2 or 3 years ago as well. It was one of my first AD boxes, and I'm revisiting it here for this stream. So we're struggling through it together. Have I tried usernames as passwords? No, that's actually a great idea. Have I ran AS rep roasting with usernames? I have not. Guys, these are all fantastic ideas. Let's try all of these. My Discord's not opening. I can't send this link. This is so sad. How else am I gonna send this? hold please. Okay. We're gonna go back here. Bring chat up again. Okay. I need to grab this link and send it to someone who wants to tune in. Because apparently going to my channel is too difficult. All right, screen should be back. Can you guys see everything? Can you hear me fine? Sorry for that delay here. Okay, we're back. Let's try all the things that you guys suggested. So let's start responder. Sudo responder -I ton 0. That's capital I. Ton 0. Cali. So now we're listening, just in case things are flying over the network. What else do we guys suggest? Usernames as passwords. Okay, let's do that. Let's do SMB. So we have our users list, and then passwords can be also users list, but there's a flag here. I think it's no brute force. That's actually insane that I know that flag off the top of my head. Good guess. Doesn't look like it's working here though, but that was definitely a good guess. AS rep roasting with usernames. AS rep roasting with usernames. Hold on. As in like, it's a thing we can do. No way. Hold on. That was actually genius. Very, very smart hack with Mike. Hey, that's why I follow you. Genius. Hey, if you guys haven't followed Hack with Mike, what are you doing? Go follow Hack with Mike. Listen to go follow him on LinkedIn. Go follow the blog. Very cool guy. Anyways, we have our hash now. We have our, I actually need to screenshot this. Who knew the guy that loves Notion and documentation isn't screenshotting his notes? But if you were actually watching my methodology video, this is the point where our enumeration kind of turns into initial foothold, assuming we crack this hash. So I'm going to move this to our initial foothold section and say, I'm also going to close this just to give us more space here and make this a little bigger. Cracking the ASRep hash, or attempting to at least. Normally I'd crack this on my host machine, but that's a lot of work. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to do hashcat service hash.text and user share where this rock you. And I have no idea what the ASRep module is, but we're going to find out. ASRep 18200. Wow. Would not have guessed that. All right, let's see if it cracks. You can also look at our responder. Nothing back from responder yet. That's all right. And it does crack. Fantastic. Everyone shout out Hack with Mike for saving the day here. Very nice. All right, we cracked the ASRep hash. Now we have, what's that username? Service-admin with the password of management 2005. Not a good password. I thought it said like Magna Man for a second. I was really confused. All right, works now. Screen's back. Let's go. Not a noob streamer. I'm an actual streamer now. Let's go. Okay. So we have these credentials now, and now we can get an initial foothold here. So let's go back to NTHSec, SMB, SpookySec.local with our username and our password. And I like to put these in single quotes just because. Let's see if we can list out any shares. And we can. So we authenticate. And we list out shares, and we actually do have read access to the backup share, which is pretty huge. But I'm curious, because with Active Directory, I like to kind of repeat enumeration steps. So if one thing doesn't work with null authentication, so for example, we try to do null guest authentication, didn't work. Now that we have creds, we have to repeat that process, right? So we're re-looking at shares. I want to relook at Kerber roasting. So service admin hash.text. This isn't just a terrible naming convention, but KDC host is, I don't know if I can just do the domain name here. Probably can. And there's no service accounts, no Kerber roastable accounts. That's okay. But the big thing here is we do have a custom share. I don't like this bar here. Go back up there. We do have a custom share called backup, which looks very, very juicy. And I will say SMB re-enumeration, finding a backup share. I'm going to say exploring the backup share. So we found this backup share, we've documented it. Now, my favorite part, we're going to actually explore it. And to do that, we're going to use SMB client, which is from Impacket, the Impacket suite. I think it's from the Impacket suite, right? Is SMB client from the Impacket suite? Yes, it is. Okay. I don't know why I didn't think it was, but hey, just had to double check there. So SMB client, and I believe the syntax is going to be our 2/, our domain or IP, the directory we want to go to, which is backup, and then -u, our username and password, service admin % management 2005. And I will add quotes to these here and here just to make sure. Wow, first try. So now we can do a quick ls, and we see backup credentials.txt. We're getting somewhere here. We can use the get command, which is SMB clients just download to our local file, or our local operating system, or local Kali machine. And that's all there is here. I don't think there's anything else. Like, we can't cd out of this directory. It's just how it's mounted. So we're going to exit here, do a quick ls, and now we see we have backup credentials.txt. I can cat out those credentials. And it looks like it's base 64 encoded. So let's base 64-D, can't type, and see what it does. And it is. Very nice. So the backup credentials were just base 64 encoded. We can decode that super easily. And it looks like it's coordinating to the backup at spookysec.local, and we have this password. So, gosh, I didn't document that at all. Gosh, I'm so bad at this. I swear, guys, when I'm actually doing this, I take really good notes. I swear. I just don't do it when I'm in my Kali normally. Okay, exploring the backup share, we find backup creds. Guys, sorry, I'm usually better about this. Take another screenshot. Oops. Oh my gosh, what the heck? There's so many options. Go back here. And I'll just get all of this. From the backup share, we find a backup creds. What's the file name called? Backup credentials.txt file. And that file, backup creds file, contains base 64 encoded pass credentials for the backup user. All right. So that's kind of it for initial. I mean, we kind of did initial foothold and lateral movement there all in one go. So we can do some reorganizing here. So we'll throw this down in lateral movement, I'd say. Probably lateral movement. This box is kind of, it's not networked, so really this internal foothold / pivot doesn't really make sense here. So it's only just one machine. And if you watch the AD methodology video, you know that this is kind of the chisel phase. I'll just say single machine just attacking domain controller. So no need to pivot, because we're all on the same network, so it doesn't really matter that much. So backup creds, they're base 64 encoded. We can decode it, and we get credentials for this backup user. Let's try it, shall we? NetExec, I'm just gonna go up. NetExec, SMB, the backup user, and we have this password. And I'll take it these other stuff and see if we authenticate. We do authenticate. Let's see if we have any additional shares. No additional shares. It's interesting that the backup user doesn't have access to the backup share, but hey, who am I to judge? But this is a great time actually to advertise my tool, NetExec Spray. So NetExec Spray will take the credentials here that we found and spray them against all the protocols we saw at the beginning. So remember, in our Nmap, we have SMB, we have LDAP, we have RDP, and we have WinRM. So I'm gonna use NTHSec spray. Run this just so I have the creds. Oops. There we go. Run that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, you're done. NTHSec spray. We're gonna do SMB, LDAP, RDP, and WinRM with our spookysec.local, right? Spookysec.local, yep. And then we'll just copy. I probably could have just copied it across, but it's okay. So obviously we authenticate to SMB, authenticate to LDAP, RDP. It's hanging, so probably not. Okay, I'm just gonna eat my words. We authenticate as RDP on this machine. So let's RDP in. Shoot, why not? So X-ray RDP 3, and gosh, I forget the syntax. I think it's -v is our IP. Really not sure about this, but user backup, password backup. Let's see what happens. We'll say yes. I may have something in my KDC host file, so it may not work. But we'll see. Responder hasn't gotten anything, so we'll close this. But if you're still here, let's see who said that. Catalyst of Clarity. Hey, appreciate that idea. That's actually a great idea. So yeah, last time I was working on the 18 box, clearly. And it may actually still work here. We may still get a RDP shell. We'll see. So it's interesting that we don't get WinRM, to be honest. And we're in. Oh, things are getting interesting here, guys. I don't really see this that often, getting RDP. Privesk. There's a file on the desktop called Privesk. Let's open that. It's a flag. Mandatory, we're in. Yeah, we're in. I love that QBQ. So I guess there's a flag that we're supposed to retrieve here. Okay, interesting. I forgot that this actually is a triacme room. I should check that. Do we still have time? Okay, 46 minutes. So obviously I did do this room before. Again, this was 2 or 3 years ago. So Kerberos, this was the AS rep roast. I guess I shouldn't look at this. It's probably spoiling. Let's go back. Let's go back. It's interesting that that's the Privesk flag. I feel like we didn't do any Privesk yet. Let's open PowerShell and see, you know, what's actually going on here. Net user. So we see all those users we had before. CD C. It's probably hard to see. I wonder if I can make this bigger. Can I? Sorry guys, it's probably hard to see. Can you guys see this fine, or do I need to zoom in here? I think I know a way where we can zoom in and make this RDP terminal a little bigger. But if it's okay, then I'll just leave it as is. It's a little small. I don't really know how to. You can see fine. Okay, cool. Very cool. There's bad directory, dir bad logs config. It's interesting. I got my /all. I don't even know what this user is. Let's look. It's okay. Okay, cool. We are part of the RDP users, local, our privileges, SC machine account, change notify, increase working sets. Okay, It's really nothing crazy here. I wonder if I should get Bloodhound on this just to see. Like, I'm curious if Bloodhound can give us anything extra. But for now, I actually want to look at that directory we just saw. I think that's interesting. So C or let's look at oh, the notes. That's actually a great reminder. I'm so bad at this. I'm actually so bad. Okay, let me go back to the notes. Okay, hold on. Let me take a note. I'm so sorry. I'm actually so bad at this. Okay. Notes. Go back here. We authenticate to RDP. And then I'm going to show a screenshot of us RDP again. Okay, here are the notes. I'll zoom out here a little bit so you can see them. So I structure them, actually makes it really hard to see. I structured them in this kind of phase. So I guess I can do drop downs at this point since we have stuff in them now. So I have nothing enumeration, initial foothold. Internal foothold doesn't really apply to this particular box. Good structure of notes, so it's easier to convert as a report for the OCP exam. Yeah, that actually will probably work fine here. I was going to say that you probably shouldn't use Notion as like your primary report. Like I just use it as a brain dump more than anything else. But if you're going to convert it to a report, then yeah, it's completely fine. I always do this, get carried away. No, I'm telling you, like I never actually do, like when I'm actually doing a box, I'm really good at taking notes, but for some reason when I'm streaming and doing it, I can't do it. I can't take notes at the same time. So it's better to combine them all, not by each machine. What do you mean by that, Rexy? Combining all your notes? Oh, well, actually, for OSCP, there are multiple machines. I actually do separate them by each machine. I know what you're asking now. Yes, you should separate them based on each machine. So, like, I have, let's say this is like MSO1, which is like their kind of workstation thing, or like workstation 1. And then I'd go out and make a workstation 2, and they'd all follow this format. They'd follow nothing enumeration, initial foothold, lateral movement, and then vertical movement. So I think I understand your question, and hopefully that answered it. Okay. Usually notice it's like, yeah, for MS1, which contains enumeration, foothold. Yeah. So yeah, I'd separate them, do it for each machine, and then have this kind of same format for each machine. But yeah, combining machines would be a little too chaotic. Anywho, bad directory. Let's look at this. Config. See if we can open this notepad. This is very interesting. I'm not really seeing anything too useful here, though. What about install? Batter client. Room code for batter info, active directory. VBS launched. So it's launching with system. So if we can compromise this service or setup, what actually is this? Batter client. Bad line. Not bad line. Batter client. It looks like we're just getting bad lion. If you played Minecraft back in the day, you are it's OG. If you ever used bad lion. Batter client Windows. Let's see if that. Yeah, it's not helping. Okay, well, Googling didn't give us any helpful there. Let's keep looking here. We have an interface, rules, YAML rules, notepad. I don't have permission. Start batter. That's a VBS script. Logs. This could be helpful. Echo, change directory. Interesting. So what I'm getting is this is kind of like some sort of antivirus sort of deal. I'm not really exactly sure what I'm looking at here, but I don't know. Well, I think the next step here is just run WinPs and see what happens. So I'm gonna transfer WinPs on here, run it, and see what it picks up. Gonna jump back into study. I'll leave the stream open, but me for a bit. Hey QQ, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully I stream again soon and you can jump back in the next time. But appreciate you sticking around and keeping the stream open. Good luck in your studies today. All right. Back here. We have RDP open. I'll go to this other thing, other tab. Remember to Bloodhound? I appreciate that. That's a good little note to leave off on. Good little note to leave off on. Let's follow QBQ's advice. Let's do some Bloodhound here. So let's do, actually I haven't ran Bloodhound in a really long time. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Haven't run Bloodhound in a really long time. SpookySec.local with our username and password, which I'll just copy from here. Username backup, password backup, and --bloodhound --DNS TCP --DNS server is SpookySec.local. I think that's all we need. Nope. I'm missing something. I'm missing, oh, dash collection, see y'all. Nope. Maybe it wants an IP here. Give me an IP. That might have done it. The hang is looking promising. Oh, doesn't do anything. Bloodhound, DNS, TCP, DNS server. I feel like that's the right syntax. I feel like that's right. What am I missing here? Bloodhound. Dash. Maybe I need just like the LDAP specific. Exap, LDAP-H. I have a command for this in my Notion. In fact, I'm gonna go look it up. Too lazy to trouble through here. All right, exec. DNS server is the IP. --DNS TCP. -CL. This should work. But it may not. Hold on. Bloodhound-C -DNS server IP. Yeah, I feel like that looks right. It's just hanging. Oh, the phone. I'll change syntax. I also want to look verbose and see. So connecting to LDAP. Or if I just change it to the IP instead of the domain name, that may do me better here. Yep, there we go. Right, found AD. Okay, we're good. And then I actually need to look up how to start the new Bloodhound because I haven't done it in so long. I think it's just a Docker container. Bloodhound. And I'm looking at my second monitor, my Notion, because Notion slob here. Actually love Notion. Bloodhound. Let's find all the sources. We're just gonna do this together, guys. I think it's cd opt Bloodhound. Opt. Let's see what's in here. Opt. Bloodhound isn't in here. We might be cooked. CD. Goodness, where is it? Let me see if I can find it in my notes quickly. I found it. Genius. Genius. Wait, no, I didn't. Hold on. I found the first instance of Bloodhound. Need to find the second one. Bloodhound. Control F, do me good here. Bloodhound, Bloodhound. Installing new, there we go, hold on. So, oh, there's supposed to be opt Bloodhound. I'm being scammed. I have to install the new Bloodhound? Do I have Bloodhound on this machine? I have to start through Neo4j? Guys, we might be cooked. We might be cooked. This might not be good. This isn't looking pretty. If I have to use the Neo4j version, not the Docker version. Maybe. Let's see if this works. I'm curious to see if we get success here. Make sure my Kaido is off. My gosh, please log me in. Oh, goodness. Please log me in. Please log me in. Please. No. It's not looking good. Well, holy cow, look at the traffic. So we can't log in this way. I don't know where my Bloodhound went. It was in opt Bloodhound and it's no longer an opt Bloodhound. See if I can find the Docker for it. Because I know how to start it that way. Locate Bloodhound. See what we get. Etsy Bloodhound? It might be an Etsy Bloodhound. My PC is just dying now. Is there Docker in here? I need to close this Firefox tab. It's doing numbers to my PC right now. Collectors. Oh man. Oh man. Not good. Not good at all. I have to do like a live Bloodhound password reset here. So I'll user lib. Well, let's let's do some, we may have to do some manual DACL enumeration, if that's what we're looking at here. So let's go back to the original plan of running WinPeas, and while WinPeas runs, we're going to try to restart or redo my password on Bloodhound. Let's do this. Let's do Python 3-m HTTP server -d, and I have a directory called peas. Nice to catch your first stream, Kowalski. It's nice to catch you in here for the first stream. I appreciate you for tuning in. We're working on a tactive directory here from TryHackMe. So we are we're almost done. I think we're in the privesc phase. Honestly, I might look at these just to see where we're at, because we did get that flag. Hold on, guys. Look away. Look away for a second. I'm gonna see where we are here. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're on the right track. Okay, back here, back to WinPeas. Let's go to PowerShell. Let's go to our directory, the desktop, and we're going to, it's not wget, it's IWR, invoke web request, URI, HTTP, and then we're going to call our IP, 192.168.157.111, port 8000. But yeah, we're working on a tactive directory from TryHackMe. This is a really old AD machine. It's one that I did a long time ago, hence why the flags are all submitted. But I haven't done it in years. So for the first stream, I thought I'd keep it easy and do a TryHackMe machine. I actually don't know what LSPs, WinPeas any is probably what I'm looking for. And -out file, WinPeas any, see. It got the request. Looking forward to many more streams. Yeah, it's been really fun so far, to be honest. I didn't think it'd be this fun. And I've probably done more of talking to chat than doing this box. Like, I don't even know how long I've been streaming. An hour and a half. I've been streaming for an hour and a half, and I feel like I've barely touched this box. So it's been super fun. I'm definitely gonna do it more. So we're just gonna run WinPeas, and I don't think it does it in color. So I'm gonna output it to WinPeas out.txt, and it should just hang. Okay, so now while that runs, oh, hold on, it's gonna output stuff. No, I don't think it's gonna run. We're good. So while that runs, let's figure out how to reset my Bloodhound password, because apparently, or I might just reinstall entirely. It's gonna be live Bloodhound installation. Bloodhound. Not the dog, bruh. Bloodhound GitHub. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Keep them coming? Hey, Ethan, I appreciate that. I will. I'll keep them coming here. All right, what's the installation? I forgot how I installed this. Documentation. Oh, I need the quick start. Attack paths? Yo! Get started. Help me. I think I'm just being really stupid here. Community Edition Quick Start Guide. This is what we need. Can you give me a command here? Docker desktop, Bloodhound CLI. Here we go. Here we go. cd opt make their bloodhound. Make their bloodhound. Bloodhound, and then we're going to paste this command. All right, we've pasted that command. We're going to unzip it. We're going to install it. All right, any % bloodhound install here. Deprecated. Bro. Upgrade to Docker Compose v2. Okay. How to upgrade to Docker Compose v2. Please give me one command. Docker Compose. Boom. That should update me. Give it to me. Let's go. And I think our WinPiece might actually be done at this point. Okay, WinPiece is done. So we have a file called WinPiece out, and we should be able to just take this WinPiece out file and copy and paste it onto our machine. Like watch this. I didn't know you could do this, but if I Control C and then go back here, Control V, boom, WinPiece out. Isn't that crazy? I didn't know you could do that in X3 RDP sessions, but you can. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. So we can close this. I will make this bigger. I'm going to move that file that we just pasted, WinPiece out here. Make sure it actually has stuff in it. Does WinPiece out. And that is how you do that. So we're going to scroll all the way back up. Holy cow. And I'm actually curious to see if my Docker installed. Docker compose version 2.36. Give me Bloodhound. Boom. Production YAM already exists. Do I want to overwrite it? Yes. Yes. I don't know what I just did. What's my streaming schedule gonna look like? That's a really good question, and I don't know yet. Avocados, I don't know. I mean, if you guys have been if you guys enjoy this, I feel like I could stream pretty often, like maybe a couple times a week. I don't want to promise anything because like I do have a roommate, so I don't want to be up every night like talking to you guys and being loud. So I want to be respectful of that. But I think it'd be nice to stream 1 or 2 times a week. I think that it's a different interaction. It's so much more fun to actually be live talking to you as opposed to just reading your comments and responding. Right? I feel like it's so much more natural, so much better way of interacting with the audience. At least in my opinion. I hope that you guys feel that as well. But while Bloodhound is installing, we will scroll down here. What's the room? Bakumski. I don't even know if I pronounced that right. That was kind of right off the tongue there. We're doing a tactive directory here from TryHackMe, and we are almost finished. Have I done Pterodactyl on Hackbox? I actually did. I just finished it up yesterday. That was one heck of a box. But I liked it. That was fun. Scroll through here just to make sure I'm not missing anything crazy. No antivirus. We do have PowerShell history. That may actually just be my PowerShell history, now that I think about it. Let's cat it out. Oops. Yeah, that's just my PowerShell history. The process was hard. Yeah, the Pervest was pretty tough. I I was not expecting the chain. Like I don't know if I've ever done a chain like that before. As for the hack the box machines I've done. So it was cool to see. Named pipes, blah blah blah. This looks suspicious. PowerShell events. Set the admin password, enable the admin account. Let's read this carefully. All right, we don't no clear text password there, but that was a little scary. Yeah, I mean that box as a whole, Pterodactyl was a little tough. Even the foothold was a little hard for me. I had a hard time understanding it, but I got it eventually, which was nice. Display information, administrator, all these users. RDP sessions, obviously, event logged users, home folders, auto login credentials. We're actually able to run Mimikatz. That's probably what I should do, actually. Probably should. I might be able to run Mimikatz or some sort of something like that. WinPeas. Start and stop services, but I think these are actually default. Keep looking through. This is kind of what we saw earlier. The VBS script. I go back to just because I don't want to forget. Docker exists. Oh, from that other thing. So those are already up. Let me make sure I'm getting Docker here. So I think it's Docker compose up. Docker compose up. Maybe do I have all the stuff I need? Oh, maybe I need the CD into Bloodhound CLI. Bloodhound CLI, holy cow. Not a directory? Oh. What do you mean not a directory? Go back to the documentation. How do I use it? How do I use it? Install. Wait for completion. Keep terminal open, and when you see randomly generated password displayed, save this password for the next step. Docker, oh, the address is already in use from my other PS script 8080. Apparently it's not in use. Install it again. It's already in use. Okay, we'll figure that out later. Where did my chat go? The heck? There it is. When looking at the P's output and not seeing any obvious Pervest path, what do you do next in your methodology? Honestly, we'll see here. The next step for me is gonna be Bloodhound if I don't see anything here. But after that, if I still don't see anything in Bloodhound, I'd do manual enumeration. So I'd like look for passwords, I'd look for services or anything that is sort of sticks out to me. Because a lot of the times I can easily scroll past something in WinPeas, or I can miss something, or WinPeas can miss something. So that'd be my next step. So in this particular scenario, I'm gonna look at Bloodhound, and then I would do sorry, I'm blanking. Bloodhound and then manual enumeration. TCP ports. General info. None of this really matters too much. Credential managers, IP, dpoppy keys, DP API keys if you're trying to be formal. Kerberos tickets. We do have our NTLM hash, which is interesting. So NTLM v2. keep going here. Hidden files, and that's it. Okay, so yeah, really nothing there. The next step's just going to be Bloodhound for me. What's popping? Nothing much. Night goggles, man. How we doing? Thanks for the info about the OSCP certifications. Yeah, did you take the test? Did you pass? How'd it go? That was more of a hardback. Yeah, the pterodactyl box. It was a little tough between both the foothold and the Privesk. I'd say it was hard. If one of them was easier, then I'd give it medium. But so we're gonna toss you on the second monitor. Great box choice for the first stream. Hey, Kayla, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in. Watch your videos on the OCP. They were helpful. What level difficulty? Proving ground. PGP? Is that proving ground? What is PGP? PGP boxes. Sorry, Ethan, you may have to clarify what PGP is. I don't know ball clearly. What would you say are similar to the OCP? Is PGP proving ground? That's where my gut goes, but I want to make sure here. Yeah, proving grounds. So actually, I didn't do any of the proving ground boxes, so I can't tell you. Proving ground practice. Yeah, I didn't do any of the proving ground boxes. I just did the challenge labs, so I have no good context for you on what proving ground boxes are relatable to the OSCP because I didn't do any of them. I don't know why I didn't do any of them. I don't know how I missed them, but I don't know. So is this old Bloodhound or new Bloodhound? I don't even know at this point. Login failed. Holy cow. Docker compose down. What status? Docker compose down. Containers. Is it up right now? Containers. Or I guess I should do status or check. Checking the YAML plugin. Environment checks are complete. Okay. Running. Is anything running right now? It is running. Okay, reset password. That's what we're looking for. But audio's already in use. How do I kill this? Like, please tell me where it's living. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for netstat. Netstat. Actually, you know, this is more of a troubleshooting stream than this is a troubleshoot with NTHSec stream. Where's the process ID? Here we go, guys. This is where my brilliance fades. I hate having to Google this, but thank you, Gemini. Oh, it's Tolmp, it's not Anno. Where's the process ID? Is this the process ID? Hold on, guys. I might be stupid. Oh, that is the process ID. Okay. Woo! Woo! Really showing off my genius here. Okay. All right. Let's. I mistyped. Up. All right. Did I do it? Already in use. Dude. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? Where is it? 8080. It's not in use. Am I stupid? $76.87? That's what it's on? Really? Oh, it's on 5432. Why did they change that? $76.87. Interesting. Am I just not reading the errors? Yeah. 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 You might be right, Mike. You might be right. Yeah, it's because it's Java based. Indeed. Hack with Mike saves the day. Here we go. Here we go again. For some, yeah, for Neo4j, it was always on 8080. And that was just like where my brain was. And instead of reading the error message, I'm like, yeah, I know how this works. I appreciate you spotting that for me. It was so far on the right side of my monitor, I just couldn't see it. Ignored it. Neo4j. What a great service there. What Bloodhound Web GUI is 8080 and the Neo4j database is 7687. That makes more sense. Yeah, because I did start the Neo4j instance and didn't actually properly close it. So that makes a lot more sense. All right, it's up. Here we go. Let's try again. So this should be the new one. I may just have to reset the password. There we go. My passwords don't match. We're finally getting into the good stuff here. I wonder if I could just like run Secret Stump or do something stupid that makes no sense. Reset password. Did it? Expired password invalid. Password reset. Return the login. I'm doing this again. Reset password. Expired password invalid. I feel like I had this problem earlier when I first installed Bloodhound. It's in my notes. Let's find it. Let's find it. This is really what cybersecurity is all about. Struggling to install Bloodhound. That's what it's all about. Admin. Account has expired. Let's make a let's try again. Expired password invalid. I'm just gonna run an admin reset and hope. This is not the issue I wanted to be running into, but hey, it's part of it. So not the worst thing in the world. Any certification of the works, I'm thinking of getting the Burp Suite one, BSCP, after the OSCP. I've looked into the Burp Suite certifications, and they've actually, honestly, I think I get a lot out of the Burp Suite Web Academy or whatever they call it. But I don't know if I'd ever get I don't know if me personally, at least, I don't know if for what I want to do in my career, I don't know if I want the certification. But I go to their resources all the time to learn more about Burp Suite. All right, we're here. Are we logging in? Boom! Holy cow, guys, we freaking did it. Yeah, Ethan, no certifications that works right now for me. I think if I was to do another certification, I would do CPTS next, is what I would do next. Yeah, the Portsmouth Labs, that's what I was thinking of. Portsmouth Labs are crazy, crazy cool. Home. Try hack me. Goodness, what's this? Active directory. Where was I where that file did not save? I might have to run the. Oh, this is the RDP session. I want to be over here. Oh, that Bloodhound. Is that not here? Oh, it didn't save. Let's try again. Connected, found stuff. Oh, I didn't move it. That was silly. Move here. Okay, here we go. Now, hop over to the other desktop. There it is. Open, upload, close. Okay. Pretzel Pete PP. How we doing? How we doing today? Appreciate you tuning in the stream. First ever stream. I'm nervous. Very nervous. Okay, Ethan, do you have a particular reason why you're going after the Burp Suite cert before OSCP, or is just web apps are super interesting to you, or what's your motivation, I guess? Backup at SpookySec is what we're looking at. All right, we're gonna mark him as owned. Now we're gonna scroll down and see. Holy cow, we have 70 outbound object controls. What the? We have generic all on everything. Yo. Why? Hold on, guys. I was joking when I said, can I just run secret dumps? We might be able to just run secret dump. What the heck? What is this? What are these permissions? We have generic all in the we can probably just run secret dump. Hold on. Hold the phone. Impact gets secret dump. I completely forget the syntax, but I think it's spookysec.local backup, and then our that at the IP like that. We're buffering. Maybe. Maybe. Who said before in my chat to run Buildhound? QVQ? Hey, I know you're probably not listening to the stream, but if you're watching this back, I appreciate you. Bloodhound was the way. And it looks like it's running. No freaking way. I was joking when I said, yeah, let's run secrets dump. Oh, let's run secrets dump. Guys, I was joking. I didn't know it would actually work. Though it is hanging. I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared it's not coming through. I mean, it doesn't matter though. You see how many permissions we have? Holy cow. Oh my gosh. I forgot to take notes. I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can I'm gonna go take a screenshot of this, and this is all we're gonna need to see. This is all we're gonna need to see. Oh my gosh, this lag is actually crazy. When I'm streaming, I need to give my VM more resources. That's what I've learned from this. Let's throw this in our... It timed out, okay. Oh shoot, I may have ran out of time. No! Guys, the machine expired. Okay, hold on. We need to start the machine again. I will not take that. I will not take that. I'm starting the machine again. I'm like, why is it timing out? Okay, while it's doing that, I can go back to my notes here. Vertical movement. Loading our data into Bloodhound, we find that the backup user has generic all on everything, including the domain, which means we can run secrets dump. And then I'll provide my Kerber, or not my Kerber hosting, to get Bloodhound info. I plan to do it after the OCP. Just think going through all the ports of labs, which is a lot. Yeah, they have a ton of stuff there. Will help a lot in gaining the web pen testing knowledge and skills needed for a job. I'd like to get better at web pen testing and start digging into AI pen testing as well. Maybe get the OSAI. Yeah, that's completely valid. I think web pen testing is really tough because new web, especially now. I think now more than ever is a great time to have a web pen testing role because of all the vibe coded apps and websites that are going out there. Like you may just do get straight bank from doing web app pen testing because of all the vulnerable stuff out there, especially right now. OSII is a good one as well. Secrets dump. We're gonna run secret dump again, just with a different IP because it expired. So let's take this IP. Boom, give it to me. It may not be up yet. Hey, hi Adam. Hope you're doing well. Connection refused. Let's NTHSec SMB. Make sure I'm actually authentication. All right, it's not up yet. I may need to redo hosts. Hosts. Rewrite this IP. Save right now. Yep, and now we should be able to run secret dump. Boom! Let's go. All right, back to your question. I started with Security Plus because I want some foundation. Is it good? Sec Plus is that TryHackMe's new thing? Adam, their new certification? Okay, guys, we get the... I'm going to finish up this box and finish up the stream because I've been streaming for 2 hours now. This is not a 2-hour box, but it's been streaming for 2 hours. It's been very fun, but I think it's time to wrap it up. We'll grab this, grab our admin hash, which is right here. And then we're going to use pass the hash to make sure we authenticate here. SMB user administrator -h with our hash. Spooky sec.local. I messed that up. It's the other way around. CompTIA. Yeah, CompTIA Security Plus. I actually just got my CompTIA Security Plus, and I'd say if you're just starting out in cybersecurity, it's a great foundation. I mean, it's going to teach you a bunch of different things about cybersecurity. So I'd say there's no downside. It's also really industry recognized. So you're getting, yeah, industry recognized cert, and you're getting the foundation you're looking for. So really no downside for you. I'd definitely recommend you taking it. Error checking if user is admin. I guess that's fine. Let's eval winrm in, see if we can grab that last flag. winrm-i. I'll just take the IP here, user administrator, the hash of this. Yeah, no problem. Good luck on your exam if you decide to go that route. I'm sure you'll do great, and I hope you learn a lot in the field. All right, and just like that, we're done here. We're in as the administrator on the domain, CT to the desktop, and we get the root flag. But that is gonna be it for the stream. And I guess I probably should throw that in the notes. Yeah, I'll show that, and then we'll do a recap on our notes. We'll do a little recap-y do. We'll do a little recap just like that. Copy that, go back to our notes, and paste. All right. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Change this to a toggle. Change this to a toggle. All right, so here's the recap on our notes today before I wrap things up. It's Active Directory. This box took 2 hours. It was a little simpler than that, but I appreciate you guys sticking with me this far. We started with nothing enumeration. As if you've watched my AD methodology video, you know I love this. Just an Nmap scan, going through, doing null authentication with SMB, creating a users list, and then, hey, if Hack with Mike is still in the chat, thank you so much for giving me the suggestion with AS reposting with the users tag, the users file. For some reason, I was trying to do it with null authentication, didn't work. But with the users file, it does. So thank you, Hack with Mike, if you're still here. And then we moved on to initial foothold. We cracked that hash, grabbed the Surface admin account, looked through the file shares, and we found a backup share. And in that backup share was credentials to the backup user. And that's where we spent most of our time. We RDP'd into the machine, couldn't really find anything, but then we got Bloodhound working and could see, hey, this backup user has pretty much every permission in the entire domain, and we could just run secrets dump and grab the administrator hash, use pass the hash to finally claim our crown. Zork, maybe that says Zorks. I can read lead speak. Can you talk a little bit about your current career path, like what occupations that you have after such those certification stuff, experiences and stuff? I'm actually making a video about a 2026 roadmap video, and in that video I kind of talk about my path, where I've been, how I've gotten to where I am, and that's going to come out on probably Friday or Saturday of this week. So stay tuned for that, and hopefully I'll answer that question in that video. But if not, if you want to learn more about me, tune into the next stream. When that will be, I don't know. Maybe Friday. We'll see if that happens. But hey, if you tuned in the stream at all today, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. First ever stream in the books, and it was a fun one. I'm gonna be honest. I had lots of fun, and I had so much more fun talking and interacting with you guys than actually doing the box. So thank you so much for making this this stream super fun. Before I close, do we have any like other questions in chat before I close down here? I don't want to leave anyone out here. Nice stream, thank you. smash the notification button. Yeah, as Catalyst said, smash that notification button, and you'll be notified anytime I stream or I post. So I appreciate the promo there, Catalyst. All right, I think that'll do it. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the first stream. It actually means the world that people showed up and asked really fun questions, and we had a good time. Tune in for the next one, whenever that may be. Tune in for the next one, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much, and I will see